when it comes down to wearing clothes in cold weather and you know you're going to be hiking or bicycling, something like that, you're going to be doing some kind of physical activity in the outdoors, then obviously you want clothes that are going to pull the sweat away from your body. Don't ever wear cotton. Don't ever wear a cotton t-shirt or those cotton long john shirts, because they just soak up the sweat and they hold the sweat, and then they make your body feel cold. I mean, they never dry outdoors. If you're out hiking or bicycling, it would just soak up the sweat. The cotton long john shirts, they just soak up the sweat, and when they stay wet and they make you cold. This shirt right here is made by Marmot Dry Climb, whatever the dry climb material is, I don't know, but it's a Marmot Dry Climb shirt, that's what it is. And it does pull the sweat away from the body pretty good. I don't know how exactly, it just does. It soaks up the sweat, pulls it to the outside of the fabric where it either evaporates, freezes, whatever, but it does keep the sweat away from the body. It's relatively cheap. I don't really want to buy a lot of expensive clothes if I can help it. It's just I want something that's relatively cheap but performs well. This is like $60. It's not bad. I mean, you can't really go wrong for $60. And then there's this polypropylene shirt with this big collar. This is like $22 at the Army. $22 at the Army Navy store. Polypropylene is another good material to use. Pulls the sweat away pretty good and keeps you warm. For $22, you can get a good polypropylene shirt. And this big collar zips right up around the neck to keep you warm, pulls the sweat away from the body. And for the outer layer, I mean, I can wear this right here when it's like 20 degrees outside riding the bicycle and I'm fine. But if it gets a little bit too chilly, like if there's a wind blowing, which there has been a lot of wind lately, temperatures start dropping down into the teens and colder, then I put this Columbia rain jacket on. It has some kind of Omnitech technology, whatever that is, but it works. Omnitech technology. But it's a Columbia rain jacket is what it is. It's not just for rain, because it's a good windproof jacket. I can wear this right on over top of these insulating layers, and I can stay pretty much warm. It blocks the wind with no problem. I mean, I can stay warm when this pretty much down to like the teens, 10 degrees, single digits, maybe single digits. I might have to put another insulating layer on, but... And of course, if there's too much sweat, a lot of times there's not much ventilation here, so in order to regulate the sweat, I'll put these Velcro on instead. Instead of using the zipper, I'll just Velcro it up. If it gets cold, then I'll zip it up. But in the meantime, I just use the Velcro because I get some ventilation, but I don't get the cold wind just blowing right against my chest. I get ventilation here and still get protection from the wind. If it gets to be too warm, I just unhook the top one, but this works. It's rainproof, waterproof, windproof, keeps you warm. That's basically the layers I wear. This was only like $50, $60, I think it was like $60, so it's basically cheap. I don't like to spend a lot of money for clothes. I want stuff that's relatively cheap but performs well, and this stuff does. This is what I wear when it's like cold outside, like 20s, teens, lower. Like I said, if it gets a little bit down towards zero, single digits, then maybe, and I'll probably put another insulating layer on if I'm cold. But I mean, obviously for my head and face, I wear other layers, but for the body, the main part of the body, this is what I wear.